Dad, you wouldn't mind drawing that curtain, would you? If I have to ask you 3 times.
Sit down.
Hard to get a good
Hey, happy Father's Day.
Oh yeah, that's right. Sorry. Thanks for driving me home today. I'll stand here, but I wanted to introduce Jackie in the evening with Jackie Nowell that you've all been invited to. Jackie started the process of recording her music, prose, and adding melody with the accompaniment of my mother Marie. Probably, what did we say, guys? About 4 months ago.
Yeah, something like that.
We won't labour on the dates, but it's been a really interesting process. I've had the privilege of being a part of it as a sound engineer and recording the stories that Jackie has brought to us. And these, this, as the title of the album says, is a family tree. And it's been quite a privilege to delve into some of the more intimate stories about your family, the way that how they came to be, how they operate. But these stories are universal. And I was thinking during the whole recording process about how we were doing it and what Jackie was saying and what it is to create, what it is to make art. And I wanted to read this, Jackie, whilst we recorded, it sprung to mind for me the preface to A Picture of Dorian Gray and the words of Oscar Wilde. And I think for me, I would like us as an audience to take this on board because he's speaking about the creator and the artist and how important they are. So if we take just a couple of minutes, I would like to read this preface because I think it's valuable and it's actually, it's really helped me enjoy your creations, Jackie. So, the artist is the creator of beautiful things. To reveal art and conceal the artist is art's aim. The critic is he who can translate into another manner or a new material his impression of beautiful things. The highest, as the lowest form of criticism, is a mode of autobiography. Those who find ugly meanings in beautiful things are corrupt without being charming, and this is a fault. Those who find beautiful meanings in beautiful things are the cultivated. For these there is hope. They are the elect to whom beautiful things mean only beauty. There is no such thing as a moral or immoral book. Books are well written or badly written. That is all. The 19th century dislike of realism is the rage of Caliban seeing his own face in a glass. The 19th century dislike of romanticism is the rage of Caliban not seeing his own face in a glass. The moral life of man forms part of the subject matter of the artist, but the morality of art consists in a perfect use of an imperfect medium. No artist desires to prove anything. Even things that are true can be proved. No artist has ethical sympathies. An ethical sympathy is an artist is an unpardonable mannerism of style. No artist is ever morbid. The artist can express everything. Thought and language are to the artist instruments of an art. Vice and virtue are to the artist materials for an art. From the point of view of form, the type of all arts is the art of the musician. From the point of view of feeling, the actor's craft is the type. All art is at once surface and symbol. Those who go beneath the surface do so at their peril. Those who read the symbol do so at their peril. It is the spectator and not life that are really mirrors. Diversity of opinion about a work of art shows that the work is new, complex and vital. When critics disagree, the artist is in accord with herself. We can forgive a man for making a useful thing as long as he does not admire it. The only excuse for making a useless thing is that one admires it intensely, and all art is quite useless.
Yeah.
So, in taking that, I hope that we all take something from that, because Jackie, that working with you drew out so many things that Oscar Wilde had written about, and I praise you for that, and I think everyone should. Now, I think we should start proceedings in the evening, and we're going to have a little conversation about a track, and we're going to perform it, and then we do offer a question from the crowd. You are able to ask about the process, and I advise you to think about that. This is why we've given out booklets with the lyrics as well, and so whilst Jackie performs, you can really soak it up. But Jackie, could you tell us a little bit about this first track?
This first track is taken from newspaper articles written about my dad in the 50s, late 50s. And I had only realised they existed about 4 years ago, and they jumped out at me from the page, and they were there like a puzzle, and I thought, you know, I think I can arrange them into sort of something that has some meaning, from something that had been buried for 60 years. So that's why I wrote As Donald Bradman Is to Cricket.
Without further ado.
Well, he grew up in the Wimmera, catching yabbies, trapping rabbits, but wasn't long before boot a ball became the habit. Habit became passion, and passion drove the game, and like the Don's perfected skills, that's how he made his name. He would become Bradman of the Hampden Football League, or so some say. I wouldn't know, I never saw the days when non-believers went to games just to watch him play. As Donald Bradman is to cricket. Well, he hit the big smoke running, Gardner medal, Kana Scraggers, did Air Force wartime service. He never was a blagger, 3 quid a game and wharfie dust, did his lungs some strife. But at Mooney Ponds he met Joyce Torrey, the other love of his life. Though he wasn't yet Bradman of the Hampden Footy League, or so some say, I wouldn't know, I never saw the days. On and off the field, a gentleman as a player had no peer, as Donald Bradman is to cricket. Still, the big smoke got too smoky, and he longed for open space. Went bush again, looking for a country place. Found Tirang, a house, a job. 12 quid a game to start. As playing coach and captain, he'd soon make his mark. Then he'd be Bradman of the Hampden Footy League, or so some say, I wouldn't know, never saw the days. And when the GF bus got back in 55 and 56, they raised the roof of Tirang town. But neither men were social, not for drinking with the boys. So they lost connection, not heard above the noise. For them it was about the game. When he was Bradman of the Hampden Footy League, or so some say, I wouldn't know, never saw the days. Never has one man been able to lift a side as he has done. Never did he waste a kick. Dick Weirmount was Bradman of the Hampden Footy League, or so some say. I wouldn't know. I never saw him play. To me he was just Dad, the best dad I ever had. Said he'd take me yabbying. One day, well, the yabbies are still waiting, Dad. But he was Bradman of the Hampton Football League, or so some say. I would not know, I never saw the days when non-believers went to games just to watch him play. As Donald Bradman is to cricket.
Jackie, I might open this up quickly with a question straight away. As Donald Bradman is to cricket, it's quite a quote, and it's quite an amazing quote. Maybe for those of us that aren't aware, and as the man is behind you in the photo, maybe you could tell us how that quote came about. Who said that?
From memory, it was George Matheson, who was the president of the Hampton League at that time. Some of the other quotes were from Dave Brown, I think, is that right, Richard? Who was president of Terang at the time too. So.
Does anyone have a question about that at all? We've got one up the back there.
Where was your father from originally?
Rapanian.
And if I might ask another question then. You're number 5 in the family, correct?
Yeah.
And you're 5th by a long way.
11 years.
Yeah, a love child.
A miracle, I want to say.
Well, I would, and I've wondered it whilst we've been recording you. What is it about the perspective of a younger sibling to do the record keeping, especially as we look at photos like this?
Well, one of my siblings is here, so I have to be careful what I say.
Drop a minute.
But I found that being so far after everyone else allowed me to make observations at the lives of my 4 siblings and just sort of make a choice. Do I want to follow that sibling or not? Or will I do, or will I not follow what they've done? So that's the benefit of that. I could learn from some of their experiences, if you like. I won't say mistakes because we all make mistakes.
Well, seeing as one of your siblings is here, I think we should ask him a question. This is Richard Jr., correct?
That's right.
Yeah, beautiful man. Is she telling the truth?
Oh, some truth, I think.
Where does Richard in the line?
Number 3.
Number 3, middle child.
Yeah.
All right. Well, we can't trust anything Richard says. I'll take that back.
One of the things that obviously a Bradman of the Hampton League was the finest thing you could have said about any sports person of that era, wasn't it? Which,
Yeah, I guess.
and part of it was that Bradman was so close to 100 for every innings he played
Yes.
as an average.
Yes.
So your dad must have been seen as so close to perfect. Did that make? Well, that's what that saying
It was
is.
partly that, but also the fact that they both were not very social drinkers. They weren't pub sitters.
So it was a
You're in the
teacher.
No, he wasn't a teetotaler. He did drink at special occasions and things like that, but yeah, he just didn't go to the pub much.
Did you-
Or
my
the
question
social
was-
clubs.
Sorry, Jim. My question was really whether or not growing up with a perfect father was an intimidating.
Well, Richard might be able to answer that question. Not really, because as I say, I didn't know about it till 2018, and I just happened to go to the Hampton Footy Netball League Hall of Fame dinner where they had it, and they said about it, and I didn't even know. I was
You
surprised.
said he never wasted a kick. He never wasted a kick.
Never wasted a kick. Well, Mum said that. But she never watched him play either. She was too busy out the back making singers. I was just going to say I was really surprised that when I looked up on Google, I thought I might see examples of other sporting clubs in Australia that had said the same thing about their leading sports people. I couldn't find anything, but if you went back through the newspaper archives, there might be something. I don't know, but I couldn't find anything. Yeah, sorry.
And I was just going to ask a question. Were they religious?
Pardon? Religious?
Religious.
No. Mum grew up a Catholic and went to Sacred Heart College and did all the confirmation and everything, but and Dad sort of was raised semi-religious, but as time went on, they became less so.
Yeah.
And yes.
I always remember Pop being such a great storyteller and telling so many stories about him growing up in the canyon. But
Yes.
I never recall him talking about his footy days. Did he do that with you guys? When you
No,
were kids?
not really.
Never
No,
reflected
did he,
on it.
Richard? Not really. Not with me, he didn't. No.
No.
And a lot of all those newspaper articles were just in a dusty old box.
Yeah.
You talk about horses.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, Jackie, perhaps if we introduce the next song.
Yeah.
So if you could maybe tell us a little bit about Beneath the Street Lamp.
Beneath the Street Lamp is a song about Mum and Dad's lives together from when they first met till kind of getting close to the end, if you like. And originally it was meant to be like a 40s sort of swing tune, but then I thought it might go well at a funeral, and when Mum died, if we slowed it down, and when I talked to Marie, that's as when I spoke to Marie about it, who kindly offered to help me. We decided, I said to her about it, and we decided if we slowed it down, it would be more appropriate. And so we did. And
Horses for courses.
yeah, and I'll be forever grateful to Marie and Pete for all their expert creative input and support. There was Eglinton, Britannia, Dickens and McKean, Wisewald, Fitzroy and Dean. But the one where they'd remain was like cut and come again. Must have been too much like home to leave. And the red sails sailed, and there's a grand old dame at 18 Bains for 90 years or more will be a shelter. Remember when we danced on the floorboards as they bounced to red sails in the sunset beneath the street lamp. 'Twas 7 years the first time as the family was growing. Team colours of red and blue through the etched windows were glowing. But then it came time to leave from there to shop to farm. But they would again stand under the veranda, and the games were played, while the grand old dame at 18 Bains for 90 years or more became a shelter. Remember when we danced on the floorboards as they bounced to It's a Grand Old Flag just for how long, given we've all had a feeling and a dreaded sense of leaning as the floorboards slowly sink a little to the middle. So why did they return when they could see the paint was peeling? Was it the iron lacework or the roses in the ceiling? Or was it that whenever friends and family came to meet, they all said what a lovely house and so close to High Street? And they returned to the grand old dame at 18 banks for 90 years or more had been a shelter. Remember when we danced on the floorboards as they bounced till we will meet again beneath the street lamp, singing yes we'll meet again beneath the street lamp.
That song's stunning, absolutely stunning. I'd say that needs another round of applause because it is absolutely gorgeous.
Made better by Marine's harmonies, lovely harmonies.
Don't worry, Jackie, we can thank her at the end. But there was, I'll open the floor on this one. I got my intimate knowledge of this was that you did. We were in contact with Mum, and we pieced this together. You popped around just before the funeral.
Yeah.
It was so touching. It was beautiful, and it's you know, there's nothing says Terang like this song. It's amazing. You know, which you've written. To me, you've written an anthem. It's stunning. So, if anyone does have a question about this song, I do encourage you to ask because there's plenty to pick apart. Yeah, Nick?
Yeah.
Oh, that's great. That's a wonderful song.
Thanks.
Just in the lyric, what is like cutting coming down?
Well, I guess you've never read The Magic Pudding.
I have. Oh, right. Yeah, great. Oh, yeah, that's one.
Yeah, because they lived there, then they left, went to the farm, and then went back again. And the street names at the start were not all places that they lived at. Some of those were places where Mum grew up, Dad grew up, and then where they lived together.
I do love that at the start. They read, obviously, it's because Dickens is in there. You assume that they're authors on a bookshelf, you know.
No.
You know, I never wanted to ask because I felt stupid. Now I know their street names.
Yeah, street names. Well, I'm glad I quit it.
Yeah. Well, Jackie, how about question there? Just a beautiful face. No.
Me all that.
But Jackie, maybe you could tell us then a little bit about following the theme, and speaking on the thread so far we've had as Donald Bradman is the cricket, and you've taken us on a journey from the Wimmera through Melbourne,
Yes.
the trials and tribulations of the racetrack, but you know, obviously
There's
winning a
probably another
wonderful
song in there.
winning a wonderful woman, and then moving to Terang. We see in Beneath the Street Lamp what I consider to be a family anthem. You know, I would be damn proud if I was in that family. I think it's amazing. And then we come through to Hero of the Game.
Yeah.
So maybe you could speak to that song.
Hero of the Game, it sounds like it's a tribute to my dad, but it's as much as, it's more about all the volunteers behind the scenes of the games that you know, make the food wash the gear and clean the boots and make the food and, you know, do the grounds or whatever. So it's as much about, and be the spare umpire and all those sort of things. It's as much about them as it is about the hero of the game. Made it through World War II, survived the Great Depression, grew up in the city so milking was a lesson, learned to make a life as a country football wife in a drafty tin shed. Out the back making sangers, did he kick another goal? The kids have run amok, probably should go home. Up 10 goals in quarter time, he'd be a pie with sores. No doubt he was the hero of the game, again of course. Selection nights were Thursdays, he always was home late. She said it doesn't matter, tea's cooked, it's on a plate. She tried to make his shorts wide, and the town was blue and red. Every winter Saturday, she had to be prepared. For out the back, making sangers, did he kick another goal? The kids have run amok, probably should go home. Up 10 goals at half-time, you'd be a pie with sores. No doubt he was the hero of the game, a game of course. Why would she be a singer, poet, writer, or a turner of the lathe to make that timber grain seem brighter? 'Cause when that blue and red town cheered and cheered in that Olympic year, was there any other place to be? Said, she washed for 4 kids under 6 with the copper and the ringer, and as they grew they learned new team songs to be singing. And though the team songs changed, was the support she gave them mattered. Carna, buds, the pies, the woods, cats, seagulls, doggies, and the scraggers. When she was out the back making sangers, did he kick another goal? The kids are in the drain, probably should go home. Up 10 goals, 3/4 time, you'd be a pie with sores. No doubt he was the hero of the game, a game of course. Out the back, making sangers, did he kick another goal? The kids all have the gastro, somebody take them home. Up 10 goals at full time, we've run out of pies with sauce. No doubt he was the hero of the game, again of course. No doubt he was the hero of the game, again of course.
Brilliant, amazing lyrics again. Obviously, yeah, absolutely fantastic. I think if I was to, my favourite line is definitely when the kids get gastro. I think you've, the imagery in this is vivid, for sure. And but maybe I'm showing my young, ignorant age, but tell me, what is washing with the ringer? Someone tell me.
Come on, Marie.
No, it was beyond me.
Well, it was a device. It was a washing device that was just two rollers, essentially, and you put the clothes in.
Not the children.
No,
Right.
Yeah, the children.
the Jackie.
That's how they're all so skinny. Richard went through the ringer, that's why he's so skinny.
Every person that had one of those ringers, their kids all went through the ringer. No child was, you know, if it went through, then they had to put it in reverse.
Got stuck in it, you know. Yeah, they were a bit of a
Why did that?
mess.
Why did that? Put my hand up.
So yeah, I was supposed to like dry the clothes out before you hang them on the line. And the old copper was the old boiler, you know, that boiled up the copper and for the wash the clothes.
And as the poster says, the last word is part therapy. So I do want to ask you about something. Why would she be a singer, a poet, or a writer, or a turner of the lathe to make that timber grain seem brighter?
Well, she did tell me once that she would have loved to have worked with timber, like, you know, a woodworker. But Dad said, you know, you've got too many other things to worry about. So. And that was the end of that.
I do love that line. Does anyone else have a question at all? Opening the floor up here.
Sorry.
Please.
Would he be pleased with what's happened now for women?
Dad?
Your dad? Do you think
Kind of, I suppose. On the one hand, someone still has to do all that stuff, right?
He's doing it for a while.
Sometimes. Not always. Mum was really happy for me to do this. She wanted, but she was much more social than Dad generally, and she was always interested in everything that happened in the town and everyone and all the shopkeepers, and sometimes she'd go up when she, in the years leading up to her death, but she lived in Main Street for 38 years the second time, so sometimes she went up there 3 or 4 times a day. And that was kept her going, all that social interaction. So,
Did Nan hear that song? That song that you wrote, that one there?
Sorry?
Did Nan get to hear that song?
No, I tried to play it for her one day, but her ears were gone,
Yeah.
too gone.
Well, it was beautiful.
Thanks.
She was able to read the lyric.
Pardon?
Were these written as songs originally, or were they sort of poems? Or
As Donald Bradman's Cricket originally had a melody to it, but then I took it out because I didn't want to detract from the story too much. I wanted to be about the story, and besides, the melody was a little bit familiar.
Yeah. Because
Ones that followed.
they really work as songs, but like you can hear the story so clearly with them. Like it's similar to like a stage, like almost like a stage song where it's really,
Musical.
pretty difficult.
Wow. Well, no, that was never the intention. Did they start as poems? Kind of, I guess. They just start as a puzzle of words in my head, and I think, that's a puzzle to solve. This thing.
Your mum was a very big, avid reader. Did she also write poetry or write in a journal or
She did write in a journal. She had she had a big thumping Bible of the journal, and it's packed full. And I've never even really read through all of it, so there's probably lots of songs in there actually waiting to be discovered. one of the funniest stories from that really is that one time when I think I'm not sure how old I was, 20s maybe, or late teens or something, and Mum said, write in something there about what you did, and I took up all this space. So that was a bit embarrassing, because then for following years, so something she added to every year, so on that date. So I'd filled up all these dates with that was funny. But yeah, maybe I will read that. So stay tuned.
Jackie, we move now into the track called Song for Mum.
Yeah.
I'll let you introduce it. And,
Okay. Yeah.
We'd love to hear.
I guess it's a very personal song, and a little bit emotional, so I apologise in advance for that. But it was written. It was actually written because before Mum's funeral, because I wasn't sure whether Marie would be able to come on board at very short notice. So I thought, I'll just write this as a little backup, and yeah. So anyway, it just stayed. Yeah. So that's called Song for Mum. It's not all sung though. Some of it's spoken. I wrote a song for Mum today. Help to say the things so hard to say, about the sun that's shining and making hay, and the real big fish that got away. But today is not a good hearing day, so I guess you'll never hear it. Cried more tears for Mum, they're wet. She said, don't cry by my grave, and yet I heard her cry for Dad in bed. And some things in life are just too set. But today's not a good seeing day, and I know she'll never see them. I wrote a song for Mum, it's true, but just exactly how do you say I love you to someone who loved you back and gave birth to you? But today's not a good knowing day, still I guess she always knew it. I wrote a song for Mum, what's new, about how we'll miss her. She was the glue. In every weather, held us together. She showed up and she stood up. She even made us all grow up. Might even be a learning day, and I think that she would love it. I wrote a song that was more a hum, to try and soothe the grumpy tum that was churning wild just like a scrum. When the skin beat on top just like a drum, but that day was not a happy one, and she knew that she must leave it. I wrote a song for Mum today, helped to say the things so hard to say, about why she had to go away, about how living without us just day to day, how today's not a good goodbye day, but I know we'll have to do it, and as she would say, just get on with it.
So Jackie, you this must have been quite a cathartic experience to write this one. It felt to me like you
Guess so.
were really releasing something there.
Yeah. Yes.
Could you speak to maybe the as a listener, the dialogue that you're having with your mother is one that continues?
Kind of, I suppose, yeah, I guess. Yeah, I guess so. I'm not sure how to put that into words, but yeah.
Well, you just did.
Oh, I just did.
Yeah.
Okay, right, yeah, I just did. Yeah, I guess so.
Whilst we're sitting, does anyone have a question about song from up
It's not really a question, it's just more that Joyce was my mother-in-law, but Jackie, you were very lucky in the way a lot of the other siblings weren't, I feel, because you had a lot of special time with your mum, didn't you?
Oh, at the end, yeah.
Yeah, and that's really precious.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah, so,
Yeah, I was lucky, yeah.
so I feel that, you know, you're probably the luckiest of all the siblings, really. Like not having a mother in my life, I know what that must have been like. Must have been fantastic for you to have that relationship with your mum.
It was, yeah, it was. It was.
Yeah.
Yeah, thanks, Lena.
Well, Jackie, how about we have a look at the next track?
Yep.
And it's Hey Mum, there's a song in that.
Yes.
Now, that line might sound familiar to people, and they'll find out why. Because what we are asking for some audience participation. So if you do have the lyrics in front of you, I think you can quite obviously put the our sampled melody to this part of it. Marie and I will be singing along with Jackie. We encourage you to do the same. But Jackie, maybe you could introduce the song.
Sure. Talk about it,
Yeah.
It was pretty much taken from conversations round the kitchen table with Mum having a cuppa. So I was very lucky to be able to do that with her. Even though she fed me multiple sweet biscuits that I really didn't want. Anyway, it's just after I went to the hand and footy league dinner, and I was talking about it with Mum, and I said, I think there's a song in that as Brad Minister Cricket, and that was where that took off. So this is a song about the process of that, I guess. So. Hey Mum, there's a song in there. Well, I went along to learn about Dad. For info I'd never had. And I thought of a song, never in my head. It was only when down with Mum I sat, we had a chat. How could I know rhyming words would not let go? Feels like I've been waiting all my life for this moment, so... Hey now, hey now. Hey Mum, there's a song in there. Hey now, hey now. Hey Mum, there's a song in there. Well, it opened up the floodgates were torrential. Suddenly I could see potential in the stories of their lives, her life most of all. All I could do was catch the words and the melody would follow like a flowing stream, and you know that people will say that I can't sing, but I don't care about that, I'm just vocalising. Hey now, hey now, hey Mum, there's a song in that. Hey now, hey now, hey Mum, there's a song in that. Well, he made his mark on the footy field, but when he was gone, she didn't yield to the cold wind. It was where she felt like home, though she did a little bit to roam. But the faces of the town and the grand old dame kept her around. She had pride of place in the middle of town, and in the end made us all laugh, hanging on for the last race. Hey now, hey now, hey Mum, there's a song in that. Hey now, hey now, hey Mum, there's a song in that. Hey now. Hey now, hey Mum, there's a song in that. Hey now, hey now, hey Mum, there's a song in that.
The crowd can do better. One more. Come on.
Hey now, hey now, hey Mum, there's a song in that. Hey now, hey now, hey Mum, there's a song in that.
fact that you pulled that in the way that you do with bringing that melody in from the Crowded House song. I really did think that was great, and I really do love that song. I love those words anyway. But if anyone does have a comment or a question at all, yeah.
Yeah, so you mentioned the magic footy earlier, but what other sort of things do you read, and what
Do I read?
Yeah, do you read poetry and verse? I guess what sort of inspired you to start writing or?
What inspires me? I'm not sure I know the answer to that one.
I guess like it sounds to me like you know, Banjo Patterson style, like old Australian verse. And I'm just wondering if that was something you grew up with or.
Kind of. Yeah, kind of, but not just that. It's very eclectic, I suppose. I sort of read lots of different things. Couldn't really say one sort of thing really. Only that Mum was always singing to herself and humming to herself, and grew up with that. And I think she used that as therapy, and just sort of passed it on to me, I think.
No, I'm only vocalising.
That's right.
Well, maybe you could introduce the next track for us.
The next and final track is the title track of the album, Family Tree. And it's about when I was just sitting in Mum's empty house while she was away, her last trip away up north to far north Queensland, and the house was empty, and I was remembering all the conversations and that I could remember from the kids. Well, just a sample of conversations I could remember from sitting in the kitchen. There's an old tree in the garden, drooping branches draped in lichen, and it's propped up by dewdroppers from the shed. Looking at it through the window looks like rain, but it's just the twisted glass that's seen so many decades pass. And I'm just sitting here and he's not here, and the quiet can't help wondering, will there be peaches on the tree again next year? I can hear the ghosts of sad days at the races and the football, kids' voices rushing in, found coins in the rock outside, family faces round the walls, some I've seen born and grow, like the branches on the tree outside the window. I'm just sitting here and they're not here, and the quiet can't help wondering, will there be peaches on the tree again next year? And they're racing, but anyway, they're in the garden picking fruit. As they head into the straight, chewy on your boot. Another baby's coming, get those bets on straight away. How about those raspberries? Uppy, where's your glasses? It's a scratchy, just get on with it. As the father's eyes, you can't wear that in public. The peach tree has a print, take off less next time, the last quarter. And remember what peace and maybe in silence. It's been 20 years, 2 decades now, and I'm always amazed by how the old tree comes back to life and blooms again from the the weathered branches fastened there to the blossoms in the spring, and the bucket loads of peaches in the summer. I'm just sitting here and she's not here, and the quiet can't help wondering, will there be peaches on the tree again next year? Will there be peaches on the tree again? I'm just sitting here, she's not here, and the quiet can't help wondering, will there be peaches on the tree again next year? Will there be peaches on the tree
We should sing again.
Yeah, that'd be great. Yeah.
Who cares about the time?
There's an old tree in the garden, drooping branches draped in lichen, and it's propped up by 2 droppers from the shed. Looking at it through the window looks like rain, but it's just the twisted grass that's seen so many decades pass. And I'm just sitting here and he's not here, and the quiet can't help wondering, will there be peaches on the tree again next year? I can hear the ghosts of sad days at the races and the football, kids' voices rushing in, found coins in the rock outside, family faces round the walls, some I've seen born and grow, like the branches on the tree outside the window. I'm just sitting here and they're not here, and the quiet can't help wondering, will there be peaches on the tree again next year? And they're racing, but anyway, they're in the garden picking fruit. As they head into the street, chewy on your boot. Another baby's coming, get those beds on straight away. How about those raspberries? Umpy, where's your glasses? It's a scratching, just get on with it. Has a father's eyes, you can wear that in public. Peach tree needs a print, take off this next time the last quarter, and you never want peace, then maybe in silence. It's been 20 years, 2 decades now, I'm always amazed by how the old tree comes back to life and blooms again from the weathered branches fastened there to the blossoms in the spring, and the bucket loads of peaches in the summer. And I'm just sitting here and she's not here, and the quiet can't help wondering, will there be peaches on the tree again next year? Will there be peaches on the tree again?
good to see you.
Oh, love it. Oh, thank you. Thank you very much. As long as it's not a corkage fee, I'll be happy.
So, anyway, thanks everyone for coming. And we've got some food coming. Hello.
I just want to say that's a magnificent piece of art you've created. And I'm longing for more. Are you writing at the moment? Is there more?
Yeah, I have some more in my head at the moment. Yeah.
Well, I'm looking forward to hearing more.
And I've also had to say thank you very much to Sophia and Pete for being on the door.
I will be selling more CDs now, so if anyone missed out on that,
Thank you. Thanks very much. And
Jackie, can I just say that there's no one else in the family that has a musical note in them, even though I might have come and Ron strung the guitar a few times, but no, make me very proud.
oh, thank you.
Sam wants to ask you something.
Who was in your family the least favourite and the favourite sibling?
Oh, now,
You kind of put this rich reminder, Jackie.
what was the first bit? Who was the?
The least favourite.
Oh,
There was another song.
They're all the same.
they were all the same, Sam.
Oh, there you go.
So rich, yes, I know.
Oh, you never know what they're going to say.
No, I should I say everyone was an individual and all had their own, characteristics that mum and dad were appreciative of.
Jackie, thank you so much. There's so many beautiful memories. I don't know how you got through tonight. They're crying, so I'll pull my eyes out. But there's so many beautiful memories that
That's
you've
lovely.
reminded John that I get to share with my kids. So thank you so much.
Yeah, thanks,
Really
Lucy.
grateful.
Yeah, thank you.
I think that basically concludes
Beautiful.
everything. Yeah, on behalf of Jackie and Marie as well, I'd like to thank you all for coming tonight. It's been a wonderful night and it was put together really well and a great team effort. And
Yes.
even though he's in the kitchen out the back, thanks Les. And to the barman, yes.
And thanks to Des for setting up so beautifully beforehand when we came in and said, that's not right, we're going to move it all around, to move everything around and change it.
Yeah.
Thanks, Des. It worked out well.
And Jackie, I would just like to say what a privilege it's been to work with you
Shucks.
and to share.
Stop it. Listen
No,
to
no,
this.
no, it truly is. Truly is.
Well, I
Truly
can say the
special.
same. I should have said the same.
No.
It's been a privilege to work with Marie and Pete. So, yeah, very much.
Well done,
Yeah.
As you were.
Yeah. I didn't get a chance beforehand. No, that's good.